All right, part two of my PSA order. I also sent in a bunch of cards. I sent in most of the cards, so we'll go through that. A lot of these were either picked up raw, pack pulled. Some of them were snapped out of SGC holders. Kind of a nice variety here. All three major sports, I believe. So start off with this one. I got this at a card show and trade for super cheap, and it ended up looking pretty good. And I was like, well, might as well have it in the collection. I set up at shows in Portland, so I know this would move if I wanted to. So, low gold wave. It's a courtside. This was from one of the Topps Chrome boxes I got absolutely destroyed on. This is maybe one of the best cards out of it. Brian De La Cruz Aqua Wave. I think it's to $199. It's on card, but man, like, I don't know, it's what, $25 maybe? Not a lot of value. Another one, this one just looked clean. It's not worth very much. The base craze is gone. I mean, you basically have to have a 10 if you're going to make any money on this, but Wander Franco, Topps Chrome 10. He's kind of fallen off a cliff. This is, I ripped an Archives box with that Topps Chrome. I don't believe this is a rookie. I think this is a second year. Jonathan India. It's an on-card auto. It's numbered to 150 on the back. It's a cool card. A little throwback. Had this laying around. I got it at a show. It has some surface issues that just, it wasn't going to get, I mean, I can see them right now. I got a dimple and some print lines and stuff, but Dalen Hurts Silver Prism, PSA 9. Not in the same show. I bought this off Facebook, and I had intentions of sending it earlier, and for some reason I thought it was going to get less than a 10, and I was right. I think it's that left-right centering. Just doesn't look great. But for $15, I mean, it's easier than trying to sell it raw. Burrow, red, white, blue. Some first Bowman stuff that I have from some old Bowman breaks, just sitting in a grading box. I don't know anything about Chase McDermott. But the green speckle or green sparkle to 99 first Bowman. It's a PSA 10. I don't know, maybe $50. He's a pitcher, so that doesn't help me. I actually thought this was gonna do better. I thought this had a better chance at a 10 than the Wander Franco, but Cal Raleigh had a great postseason, great year last year for the Mariners. I live up in the Pacific Northwest, so there's probably not a whole lot of return for value on that one, but refractor Cal Raleigh came out of that Topps Chrome box. Next, 2001 Bowman Chrome Tom Glavine X-Fractor. I found this in a box at my card shop, and my thought on it, there's a couple of cards like this. My thought on this was, it's a cool card, it's a Hall of Famer. Maybe there's somebody out here trying to make a refractor or an X-Fractor run of somebody like this. I had this at a 10, and the other one I had at a 9, and they kind of flipped them, so be it. X-Fractor Glavine, 2001 Bowman Chrome. In contention for Defensive Player of the Year, Nick Bosa, Pink Prism. This was in a lot buy that I got a long time ago, and I had it set aside, and I thought it would do okay, and it did. PSA 10. Found this at the same card shop. I know that people like to collect the 2012 silvers in higher grade. I did have it at a 9. I mean, I got it for $1, so put $15 into it. I'd have to imagine I can get more than $15 or $16 for it. Same lot that I picked up the Prism Silver, the Corey Brewer is this guy. I know Jared Allen was at one point very sought after as far as, like, maybe not in cards, but he was a very good player in his prime. This is a gold refractor to 50. My thought is there's maybe a Vikings fan out there that would go after this. I mean, it's probably $50. Save that one. That was the biggest hit of the order. Next, this was in my a big lot buy that I got earlier in the summer. I don't usually collect these cards, but and I'm not going to collect this one. This is Sean Astin, who I guess played Rudy Rudiger in the movie Rudy. It's an autograph. It's a PSA 10, and it's numbered to 3 on the back. I don't know much about these cards, but I know that, you know, certain actors get a lot of traction. So I don't know. Next one. One of the head scratchers. I was really confident in this one. And looking at it now, maybe it's a hair off centered. I just don't know. Anthony Simons. It's the Optic Pink Signatures. It's a rookie card from 2018. It's numbered 1 of 25 on the back. Sticker auto. I thought this looked better than a 9. I might take another look at that. We'll see. This one was just given to me, and I figured I'd throw it in there because I'm an Eagles fan and it looked good. And I had it pre-graded as a 10, and it got a 10, and even then it's probably $50. Which might honestly be the way that you have to go about PSA orders now. I mean, with the hobby downturn, you gotta just make smaller profits and be okay with that, and I'm okay with that. Another part of the lot buy, I pulled this out. Orange Prospect Auto, Logan Webb. He had a great year last year with the Giants, number to 25. I think I had this at a 10, but kind of like that Soto Ice in the last video. The corners are tough in platinum, so I'm okay with a 9. This guy had a great start to his career, and then I know he tragically passed in an accident. I found this with the Jared Allen Jose Fernandez Gold Refractor. It's not a first Bowman. It's not a rookie card. It's a prospect card, I believe. No, it's not. But it's a Gold Refractor to 50. I thought it had a shot at a 10. It's a hair off center, top to bottom, so it's fair. This one's cool. Even though I hate the Cowboys, my thought on this one was that it definitely would have a collector base. This is the retail blue prism. Emmitt Smith, PSA 10. Love the blue color match. It looks really cool. Hate the Cowboys, so that'll get sold real quick. Another one that I thought had 10 potential. I just don't have experience grading this set. The set with Luka and Trae Young. I wasn't in the hobby grading when that was really prominent. So, and they got really expensive. So I never really got much experience with this. I'm much more confident with like 2020 Prism and stuff, football. But this is the Anthony Simons Fast Break Blue. I believe it's number 2. Yeah, 175 on the back. I got that and the pink one in a lot. I thought this had a better shot. The surface is super clean. It must be a centering thing. We'll take a better look at it. Another from a Bowman Chrome Break. Just looked good. Don't know much about Kevin Alcantara, but it's to 99. It's a PSA 10. I think he's on the Yankees now. Or no, maybe he started on the Yankees, now he's on the Cubs. Yeah. Found this in a box at the card shop, and I was shocked at how clean it was. Arguably the best returner in NFL history. It says Bowman rookie card. He doesn't have a ton of rookie cards. But that back, you can see why a PSA 10 is very difficult. That back is all black. So I'm assuming that 2006 Bowman, the PSA 10 pop, has got to be tough. And I don't think there's a ton of really good rookies in that class, but recently traded. Or no, he didn't trade. He got signed. He signed elsewhere. I bought this in Florida at Collectors Con a couple years ago. When I went to that show, I was at a table. I had it pegged at an 8. You can see that top left corner has some white on it, probably more than is allowed for anything like a 9. And you got that middle, that top edge. It's just not perfect. So Xander Bogaerts, that's the Target red border. It's a cool card. It's probably not worth very much, and I don't know that I'll hang on to it because he's not a Red Sox anymore. So Here's the other one. Similar to the Tom Glavine, I found this John Smoltz X-Fractor 2003 Bowman Chrome. This one I had at a 9, and I can't remember why. I want to say it was a centering thing, or maybe it had maybe it's that print line right there. See that going through his knee? I never know how PSA is going to react to those. Like, I'm sending a Joe Burrow Select that has that same thing. Hopefully they treat it the same as this card. PSA 10. Jalen Hurts, Blue Scope. PSA 10. Probably, I don't know, $150 on that. Really need him to come back. Gardner Minshew has not been doing what I want him to. Another one similar to the Smoltz. I found this in that same box. It was like kind of a box of Braves players. And this guy, I mean, this card is so cool. I don't even collect the Braves. Now, I thought, top to bottom, looking at it this way, I guess left to right, depends on how you look at it, I thought that was off by enough to maybe push it out of 10 range, but everything else was so clean, I was just like, screw it, I'm just going to send it. So, my hope is that, there's somebody out there, a Braves collector, that would enjoy this. This guy. I don't remember where I got this card, but I remember it was right before the PMG craze during the boom. When I found this in a box, I want to say I found this in a box at a show or somewhere else, but, being an Eagles fan, it's hard to not love this card. So it's a Nick Foles. It's from his rookie year. It's like a college card, Fleer Retro, Metal Universe. It's a PMG, red PMG. It's numbered to 100 on the back. 8 is right where I had it. And 8's pretty good for PMG cards. Even these 2012 Retros, I mean, they're really tough. They're so prone to chipping. The back, you get the full Napoleon Dynamite there on the back. Saw he got crushed by Kayvon Thibodeau yesterday, and it was kind of scary. Hopefully he's all right, but should just retire. Just ride off into the sunset with the Eagles. PSA 8 on that one. This card, can't wait to get it out of my possession just because I've tried so many times. So, bought this raw, paid probably top market price at the time. At the card shop, thought it looked clean, looked centered. It has, I can't see where it is, but on there's one tiny little surface imperfection that looks, I thought it was up by his head. It's one of those things where it looks like a hair and you try to wipe it off and it's just like a imperfection in the foil printing. You can't even see it here, but it's dead centered. Maybe it's up there. I don't know. But anyways, I had this, I bought it and I was like, and had intentions of sending it to PSA, and then PSA had a huge price increase, and so I was like, screw it, I'll send it to SGC. SGC gave it a 9.5, and this was right before their playoff run, and tried to sell it. Guy didn't want to pay what I wanted for it. I probably should have taken it in hindsight. Then I got greedy and I snapped it out and sent it to PSA, and they gave it a 9, and so now I just want it gone. So I might put that in auction today. Clay Thompson. I picked this card up in a Facebook Live sale. It was a GMA 10 or BCC G10. I can't remember. But it looks centered. Looked really centered, actually. And so I was like, I'll take a gamble. And I want to say I got it for $35 or $40. When I popped it out, it was super clean. So that's a big upgrade. I want to say the last sale on this card is like $350, and he's had a terrible year with injury and concussion and stuff like that. But I mean, he's a surefire Hall of Famer, right? So that's nice. And then last card, this card I won in an auction. Somebody auctioned an SGC 9.5. Little tip to you, don't auction SGC cards. They will sell, but don't auction them. But somebody auctioned this. I want to say I got it for close to $100 in an SGC 9.5. Had intentions of popping it out. And saw some stuff that kind of was just like, I don't know, at $50, I don't want to, you know, gamble with it and get a 9, but at $15, it made a ton of sense. So I popped it out, and of course, I pop it out, and there's a humongous print line right through the middle of his body. But I sent it in anyways, and it got a 10. Let's see if I can capture the print line. There's a big pair of print, like you can kind of see it right through his hand there. But that's really common with this Bowman product. I don't know why, but it seems that PSA has a little bit of tolerance for that. It's most likely what gave it the 9.5 from SGC. These are, I mean, it's really well centered, and they're tough to find centered. I want to say this is close to a $500 card. And by the way, I didn't get any upcharges on any of these orders. So overall, I thought the order was really good. The turnaround time was crazy good. I was pretty impressed, and I've been pretty critical of PSA. So really good job on that. I have another 17 card order out right now. It's, last I checked, it was an assembly. And then right before the holidays, before I left for vacation, I sent out a couple of Pokemon subs for their TCG sub, and then another 25-ish card, sports card one. So lots of snap outs in that next one that I sent out. So lots of, you know, SGC snap outs and Beckett snap outs, I think. So should be interesting. All right, thanks.